Би сакала да спомнам дека во сегашниот глобален мир и безбедност во светот имаме многу нови закани. Имаме насилен екстремизам, климатски промени, имаме долготрајни бегалски и хуманитарни кризи кои што влијаат и на мажите и на жените, но некако диспропорционално жените се повеќе во случаи на изоставеност или жртви. Изоставеност од донесување одлуки. Ја спомнав резолуцијата 1325, која што е донесена во 2000 година од Советот за безбедност на Обединените нации, која што е многу повеќе од бројка или резолуција. Таа е една рамка која политички и историски, верувам, понатаму ќе покаже како жените и родовата перспектива се релевантни за преговори за мировни договори, за планирање бегалски кампови, мировни операции, реконструкција на војните општества, да имаат одржлив мир.
Искуството кој што го имаме како граѓанска иницијатива на жени, со жени кои што работиме во мултиетничките средини на Косово, во Ново Брдо, Штрпце, Грачаница, Гнилане и други. Искуството покажува дека жените имаат желба да створат мир, да соработуваат помеѓу себе, бидејќи само така може да идат напред, да градат мирна, економски просперитетна држава или просперитетен и економски јак регион.
60% of our participating states have adopted national action plans on 1325, so that is actually a good ratio, we believe, out of 57 if you cover the whole northern hemisphere. But certain specific examples of what we do to increase further gender equality, bringing women to the peace table, to mediation efforts, are, for example, the following. We will launch a toolkit in December on inclusion of women in effective peace processes to complement the UN's efforts, but more on the regional level. And this should also inform activities for 2020 and beyond. If you look at specifically what we do on the ground, here is the OSCE mission to Skopje. We are one of 16 field operations. The one in Skopje is the longest serving one of the OSCE, 27 years since 1992. And we have a very broad and vast mandate, let's say. I mean, currently it is mostly focused on supporting the implementation of the Ohrid Framework Agreement and contributing to constructive inter-ethnic relations, and then also supporting the government's reform agenda in the areas of democratic governance, media freedom, parliament, fighting transnational threats, organized crime, trafficking in human beings, and so on. So you can see it's a very broad mandate, and we try to obviously focus and streamline certain activities, and one of them is also reaching gender equality, supporting women participating in public and political life, and fighting gender-based violence, for example.
The forthcoming NATO membership, and if these events and these documents allow us to speak about and emphasize the gender equality and gender mainstreaming, I think it's very good, because obviously we cannot ever think that our work on the gender mainstreaming, gender equality has finished with all these action plans and nice strategies and documents. What is needed is clear actions, and I was very happy to hear from the representative of Women's Lobby about the very practical, concrete examples how we can do this in our everyday life. And also, I want to mention that we are, the EU, as the biggest donor in North Macedonia, we are very specific of what we invest in gender equality and gender mainstreaming, and especially through the reporting on the gender action plan that we are now obliged to do every year. We have also specific questions on the peace and security, which I must admit that so far maybe we were not able to fulfill in the best possible manner. But also on this regard, I'm very happy to work together with Vesna, with UN Women and other stakeholders to improve our reporting on this specific issue. I just still want to underline that we are supporting, obviously, as EU, we support civil society organizations, women's organizations. all the work that is done on the field on to improve gender equality and gender mainstreaming. And we are very committed to continue this also in the future. And like I said, we will never give up.
So first of all, concerning the engagement of IOM in the 20 years since the adoption of the resolution 1325 on women, peace and security, IOM has had significant contribution towards the 4 pillars. As you're all familiarized, there are 4 pillars in this resolution, so the participation, protection, prevention, but particularly we have been active worldwide in the 4th cluster, the 4th pillar, that is the relief and recovery. In line with the resolution, immediately in the year 2000, IOM had adopted a gender-sensitive approach towards its global programming, but particularly pertaining to 2 sectors. First is the DDR. The colleagues they know the term, so it stands for disarmament, demobilization, and reintegration. And the second sector would be SSR, that is the reform in the security sector. So we initiated the gender mainstreaming in these programs throughout the world, immediately after 2000, after the adoption of the resolution.